嗨，大家好，我是戴淑萱，我来自英国，欢迎回到我的频道。今天有一个特别的嘉宾。I have a special guest today. This is Nicola.
Hi, I'm Nicola and I'm a new tutor.
So Nicola is now teaching classes. If you want to have classes with Nicola, definitely just head to my website. And they are small groups of 3 people. You can talk all about British culture and improve your English that way. So definitely head to the website if you're interested. Today we're talking about, you can probably guess because we were geared up, we're talking about Christmas. I'm dressed as a reindeer. What are you?
I'm a Christmas elf. You probably can't see it.
You've got like the little ears.
Yeah.
And we were just talking, before we got on here, we were talking about what is the elf, where does it come from?
Yeah. All I could remember was that the elves make the toys for Father Christmas or Santa.
Yeah, there's quite a few. That's what we tend to do on Christmas Day. I guess we can tell you about what we do in the lead up to Christmas, because some people have asked me that. We can talk about what we do on Christmas Day and then what we do on Boxing Day, which apparently is a British thing. So in the lead up to Christmas, what is it now? It's like the 5th of December.
Yeah.
Have you done anything so far that's Christmassy?
No, except receive an advent calendar from my mum. It's usually for children, I think.
Yeah.
But I still get them. Chocolate advent calendar, so you count down the days till the 24th, and you basically have a little piece of chocolate every single day.
Yeah, I actually bought myself an advent calendar.
I would if my mum hadn't bought me one.
I've had mulled wine. Have you had mulled wine yet?
Not yet, but I can't wait to have it.
Yeah. What is mulled wine?
It's wine that you basically heat up with different spices. Can't really think of them, like cinnamon.
Yeah, nutmeg.
Oh yeah.
Cloves.
Yeah, and you just sort of let it stew and then drink it hot.
Christmas markets. They come from Germany, don't they, those Christmas markets?
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. When I think I was in Strasbourg, and we went to their Christmas market and it was incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been
stuff.
to one in Germany. What kind of stuff do they have?
The thing that I remember the most were just the ornaments, the decorations. Like, we walked into this one little sort of shop and it was crammed with all these different kinds of Father Christmases and elves and dolls and little things.
Oh, like little toy things.
Yeah.
So Christmas markets, like if you happen to be in a country where there is a Christmas market, definitely go. It's quite a fun activity to do. Anything else that happens in the lead up to Christmas?
Buying a Christmas tree.
Yes, Christmas trees. So that you do get a real one?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a big debate over, do you get a real one or do you get a fake one?
It's a weird one because I think it's more environmentally friendly to get a plastic one, right? Even if it's plastic.
Yeah, I guess so, because then you just reuse it. But it's not tradition, is it?
It's not tradition.
Some people say they like to sweep up the needles and stuff. It drops needles, which is kind of annoying, and you have to keep cleaning it. Some people find that very Christmassy. Do you put an angel or a star on yours?
Angel?
That's the traditional British thing to do, I think.
Is it?
We put a star. I don't know why. Don't you find that angel a bit scary?
Yeah.
Some people kind of design their tree and it's all a nice colour.
There's usually a theme and it's usually either red and gold or I think it's silver and purple kind of.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we've got sort of 2 different sets of decorations. Although I'm always trying to sneak on the ones that I like.
Yeah.
I was thinking this actually about carol singers.
Oh yeah, they're not that common where I live, are they? No. Maybe like once in a year we'll get carol singers. The language used in the carols is quite interesting, almost like a different language sometimes. Most of the carols are about Jesus, aren't they? Really celebrating the birth of Jesus. Was your Christmas like a religious thing?
Not really. My granny was religious and my aunt and a few members of the family are religious, but not really my parents.
Yeah.
So.
Same with me. It was like my grandma was from Ireland, so she was very Catholic. And we went to a Catholic school. For most of my school years, we would go to church on the Christmas Eve, which I actually really liked. Did you do that?
Yes, midnight mass.
Yeah, it's something special about the going to church and seeing everyone there, and you know it's going to be Christmas. Anything like before actual Christmas Eve?
Okay, this is a bit random. Office Christmas parties.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Basically, you go out with your colleagues and or bosses. It's not necessarily meant to be like this, but it's basically everyone gets really drunk and then kind of comes into the office the next morning looking a bit sheepish about what they may or may not have said or done.
So coming to the Christmas Eve then, we would always put some mince pies on the table for Father Christmas. By the way, in the UK we say Father Christmas, not Santa mostly. Sometimes we say Santa. I would say Father Christmas. Would you?
Yeah, everyone would know who you meant if you said Santa, but...
I mean, yeah. Who? So mince pies for him and a glass of milk. We wouldn't put out mulled wine for him, I don't think. And then carrot outside the front door for the reindeer, his reindeer, to eat. I remember wondering as a child, like, how does this really work? And then when I found out, I was like, oh, of course.
How did you find out?
Oh, I just heard my mom, like, putting some presents in my stocking. Because in the UK, we put our stockings inside or just outside the bedroom, not in the living room, which means there's a lot of room for error and for the child to find out that it's not Father Christmas. Yeah. How did you find out?
So I have older siblings. My sister's 7 years older. And it's kind of sad, but I don't really remember believing in Father Christmas for very long.
Aww. We'd normally just play board games on Christmas Eve with friends, and then some people go out, maybe get drunk. But
I always thought that's a really weird thing to do.
Me too.
Because who wants to spend Christmas Day hungover?
Yeah.
That's awful.
That's horrible.
That's what Boxing Day is for.
Yes. So what do we do on actual Christmas Day? Do you want to go first?
So we go open our stockings in the living room with everyone, and then in my family, that would take a while. In my family, we would then go for a walk outside, of course.
Just around the house.
Usually pretty cold. And then come home. My mum would make a big meal, Christmas lunch, which we actually call Christmas dinner.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, Christmas dinner. So the food is the Christmas dinner, but we actually have it at lunchtime. Yeah, I don't know why we do that.
Yeah. Open presents from each other in the afternoon, and then kind of spend the rest of the day eating in a kind of haze because you've eaten so much chocolate and rich food that you can't really move.
Yeah.
Is that the same?
Yeah, pretty much exactly the same, except we can't be bothered to walk anywhere. So you've had the big roast dinner, which includes things like turkey or nut roast if you're vegetarian, like cranberry sauce, which I really love, stuffing, pigs in blankets, which is sausages wrapped in bacon, Yorkshire puddings. What else?
Bread sauce?
Bread sauce, yeah.
Brussels sprouts?
Yes, Brussels sprouts, which we only eat on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Would you ever touch a Brussels sprout apart from on Christmas Day?
Certainly wouldn't.
Yeah. Weird. We've got various desserts like Christmas pudding and brandy butter, and then the Christmas cake, and then we don't usually have like cheese and biscuits and stuff, so we've got to like space it out. Maybe every hour we'll have something else to eat, and you're basically watching TV, watching various Christmas films, the Queen's speech, and then interspersing these other foods throughout the day. Is that how you do it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I heard something interesting about the Queen's speech recently, which is that people actually place bets on what colour she's going to wear.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they go into betting shops and actually do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. She usually talks about big events that have happened in the year, doesn't she? And then tries to add some positivity in there. But it's always a bit dry, I feel.
Yes.
Oh, board games? Do you do board games?
Always.
What kind of board games do you do?
My dad likes trivia. But then you can turn that into a board game with, if you played Linky, more like a card game. It's a trivia game.
Okay.
Let's not beat around the bush.
Okay. So trivia, what's trivia?
Sort of general knowledge questions about pretty much anything, like history, geography, popular culture. Like
who played so-and-so in that movie? What films do we usually watch at Christmas? Because there's like the traditional Christmas films to watch on Christmas Day.
Home Alone. And also the British classics like The Holiday and Love Actually. I definitely enjoy the lead up to Christmas more than Christmas itself.
Yeah.
Because there's only so much food you can eat and so much you can drink.
Yeah, once you've stuffed yourself, it's like, well, there's nowhere else to go now.
Yeah.
Just like keep waiting for a dip in blood sugar and shove another chocolate in.
Exactly.
Oh, by the way, what do you have in your stockings? Do you have the Terry's chocolate orange?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like my favourite chocolate ever.
Because like traditionally it was meant to be an actual orange, wasn't it?
Well, we'll also get a Satsuma. Satsuma. Would you not just forget the fruit?
Forget the fruit, get the chocolate version.
Oh, that's funny. Lots of people have asked what we do on Boxing Day. I would say not a lot. No. Play with your presents. or eat bubble and squeak. Do you have bubble and squeak?
We don't, but I know that that's a thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically leftovers, but turned into something that tastes good, like a mix of Brussels sprouts and bacon and sausage and like.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I mean, it's a shopping day. Apparently, it's supposed to be a day for giving money to the poor, but now it's kind of a shopping day. Feliz Navidad is a Spanish thing that you might have heard. So Merry Christmas comes from the US originally, right?
Really?
I think so.
I didn't actually know that.
Yeah, but we've become quite Americanized in the UK.
Very.
So you can say either Happy Christmas or Merry Christmas. Crimbo, what does crimbo mean?
It's just a slang term for Christmas.
Yep. So especially in text, you can say Happy Crimbo.
Yeah.
One of the desserts is called Christmas pudding, and it's made out of raisins and sponge and various things. The tradition is that we cover it in rum, is it, or brandy, some sort of alcohol, and then you set it on fire, and it's like, ooh, and then it tastes too alcoholic.
People hide like a coin in Christmas pudding.
I've heard of that. I don't think we've ever done it. Mince pies are similar, which again I think is kind of like you love it or you hate it, mince pies, because they are quite sweet.
I was put off with the fact that they are called mincemeat. The filling is called mincemeat, even though it's not.
Nothing to do with meat.
Just that.
Really? That's what's put you off? One thing that's a tradition in the UK is to have crackers, Christmas crackers on the table. So you might have seen them. They're like, you have to pull each end. I should have one as an example.
You should pretend
it's like,
one.
And then one end is the full half. And inside there's a really crappy toy.
Yes.
And a bad joke. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope this has enlightened you as to what we do on Christmas. If you have anything else that you think we forgot or you have any questions, you can leave a comment down below.
Thank you, Susie, for my YouTube debut.
谢谢收看，我是袋鼠先，我们下次见哦。You can say Chinese. You can go 谢谢收看。
I can't. I'm sorry. I literally can't.